Good day, my dear students. For today's video, we're going to proceed with our next topic, which is surface area and the volume of solid figures. So specifically, the learning competency that we wanted to target here are, so first, you must be able to determine the surface area of the three-dimensional objects, such as prisms, pyramids, cylinders, cones, spheres, and a combination of these. And also, you must be able to calculate the volume of prisms, pyramids, cylinders, cones, spheres, and a combination of these. Okay, so before we proceed, let us first have a little recap about plane figures. When we are dealing with plane figures, we're actually dealing with closed figure. When we say closed figure, these are the figures without gaps. Opo, so for example, we have here the triangle. So wala naman tayo nakikitang space dyan. Naka-enclosed si space onto this um, sides. So ibig sabihin po, this is a plane figure. So triangle is a plane figure. Same with rectangle, wala tayong nakikitang gap dyan. And also same with the circle, wala tayong nakikitang gap. So these are plane figures, my dear students. And when we are dealing with plane figures, we're actually dealing with perimeter and area. Pero ano bang pinagkaiba ni perimeter at area? First, we have the perimeter. When we see the perimeter, my dear students, this is the length around the plane figure. So, this is the length around the plane figure. Kaya, when we are dealing with perimeter, ang ginagawa natin dyan is add all the sides of the figure. So, halimbawa itong triangle, add natin ito, add natin dito, add natin dito. Apo, so ganun din kay rectangle. In order for us to get the perimeter, add this side with this side to the length of this side and the length of that side. Apo, my dear students, so that is perimeter. This is the length around the figure. However, maiiba yung term natin kay perimeter when we are dealing with circle. Kasi po, circle, my dear students, this is actually a closed figure but it doesn't have sides, di ba? Perimeter kasi is the addition or the summation of all the sides. Si circle, wala po siyang side. Meron lang siyang meron siyang radius, di ba? Radius, my dear students, is defined as the distance between the fixed point called the circle to the point in its circumference. So ito po, my dear students, itong paligid niya, that is what we call the circumference. Okay, ito po yung katumbas natin sa perimeter when we are dealing with the circle. Apo, so ang value po natin, or I mean, ang formula natin ng circumference kay circle is either C is equal to 2 pi r if it is the radius ang given. Pero kapag si diameter, we have C for the circumference is equal to 2 pi d. So perimeter, my dear students, ginagamit natin kapag polygon, circumference ginagamit natin kay circle. Pero parehas po yung gamit nila, opo. Still, minameasure po niya yung length around the figure. Pero si circumference, ang minameasure niya lang is around the circle only. Clear? So, ano naman, my dear students, yung tinatawag nating area? When we say area, my dear students, this is the surface or the region inside the figure. Kung si perimeter ay dun lang sa paligid ni plane figure, when we are dealing with area, ito na yung nasa loob mismo. The area is the region inside the figure. Okay, so kaya yung nakikita nyo, di ba po kung babalikan natin yung yung slide natin about the perimeter and circumference, yung colored lang is yung nasa gilid. That is to illustrate that when we are dealing with perimeter, these are only the length around the plane figure. Pero kapag we are dealing with area, this is the area inside the plane figure. Kaya po, meron tayong area of a triangle, which is alam natin na 1/2 base times height. Area of a rectangle, alam natin na length times width. And the area of a circle, alam natin na that is pi r squared. So, si area po, my dear students, area pa rin yung gagamitin natin kay circle. Apo, clear po ba? So, ano yung relation niya kay solid figure? So, for example, we have here a box. A box, my dear students, is a solid figure because it is in the shape of rectangular prism. Ngayon po, kung kakalisin natin si box, para siyang combination of different rectangles, di ba? So, meron tayo ditong six rectangles. So, solid figure siya, my dear students, because unlike kay plain figure, na yung measurement niya is makakompute natin with the length and the width. This time, my dear students, hindi na lang po length at width ang meron siya. Meron na rin siyang height, si solid figure. At kapag kinalas natin, my dear students, para siyang combination of the plane figures that we have. Ito class na mga nasa surfaces niya, we call that the surface area. Another example para mas ma-visualize natin. So for example, we have here a can of a meatloaf, for example. Paano po tayo nagluluto ng meatloaf? Di ba po, tinatanggal muna natin yung nasa ibabaw at nasa ilalim na covering. So tanggalin natin siya. So kung makikita natin, meron na tayong dalawang circles for the covering. We have two circles for the covering at meron tayong isang lata na wala ng cover. Okay, so sabi natin, di ba, this is a plane figure na. Pero kapag pinagsama natin itong tatlo, we have the solid figure. So plane figure siya, my dear students, kasi plane lang naman si can, di ba po? So ang area po, we know that the area of a circle is equal to pi r squared, correct? At dahil dalawa yung circles, alam natin na itong area din nito is pi r squared, correct? So, kung makikita nyo, ang solid figure na cylinder ay may surface area of 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. Ngayon, my dear students, kung makikita nyo, di ba, itong part na ito, this is the area of a circle. At dahil may dalawang circles, si cylinder, kaya nilagyan dito ng 2. So 2 pi r squared, this is to represent the two circles in the cylinder. Okay, so para saan ma'am ito? Ito po, itong natitirang ito na po siya. Kung makikita niyo, di ba, parang vessel na ito, para siyang rectangular shape na curvature. Opo, so kapag rectangle, di ba, we have the length. Ito class, we have the length. And also, we have the width. Magmula dito hanggang dito, we have the width. Pero my dear students, anong mapapansin nyo? Yung pinaka-width niya is circular. At dahil circular siya, my dear students, na walang laman, di ba po? So, yun na lang yung natitira niya, di ba? So, walang mga laman. Technically, ito na lang siya talaga yung pinaka-body na empty yung nasa loob. Or this is the rim na lang. Yun yung pinaka-width niya. At dahil anong mapapansin, my dear students, dito sa rim niya? Di ba po walang laman? At pag walang laman, area pa rin po ba ang kinocompute natin? Di ba hindi na po? We are dealing now with perimeter. Pero this is circle eh. Perimeter po bang gagamitin? No. We will use the circumference. We know that the circumference of a circle is 2 pi r, di ba? Yun na po class, yung magsaserve as the width. Yung width niya kasi is in terms of circle, kaya ginamit natin yung circumference. Anong mapapansin? Ito siya. Diba? 2 pi r. So, itong 2 pi r na ito, my dear students, i-multiply natin ito with the length na naka-height. So, para siyang a combination of two circle plus a circular rectangle, kaya naging ganito yung formula niya. Opo. So, for the width niya, length times width pa rin naman siya. Si length niya, ito si height, times the width natin, which is the circle. Opo. At dahil wala na siya, empty na siya, rim na lang yung natira, ginamit natin yung circumference. That's why we have the formula 2 pi r each. Opo, dito po sa empty na vessel na natin. Dito po sa empty vessel natin. Pero itong dalawang circles natin, natakip ni cylinder or the can, siya po yung nire-represent po siya nitong formulang ito. So, that is why, my dear students, when we are dealing with surface area, this is just a summation of all the areas of the surface of the solid figure. So, ano yung pinagkaiba ni surface area kay volume? Okay, so si volume naman, my dear students, di ba? Sabi natin, gumagawa tayo ng meatloaf. Yung meatloaf mismo, yung capacity, yung kayang dalhin ni cylinder, siya po si volume. Okay, when we say volume po, this is the capacity of the solid figure, yung kaya niyang dalhin. When we say surface area, ito po yung summation ng mga areas ng surfaces of a solid figure. Okay, clear po. Sana mali. Okay, if you still have questions, please don't hesitate to comment down below. Let us have these formal definitions. So for the surface area, this is the total measure of the area of all the outer surfaces or the faces of the three-dimensional solid. It represents the amount of the material needed to cover the outside of the solid completely. So for example, wrapping the paper covering a box. So di ba po yung kanina, yung example natin about a rectangular prism na box. So kapag nagra-wrap po baga tayo kapag Christmas, ang nira-wrap lang naman natin yung nasa labas, 'di ba? Hindi na natin nira-wrap yung nasa loob. So tatandaan po, kapag pambalot po ng surfaces, we call that the surface area. So ano naman si volume? Volume is defined as the measure of the amount of the three-dimensional space enclosed within a solid. It represents the capacity of the solid or how much it can contain. For example, filling up a glass. Opo. So, kung makikita niyo, my dear students, yung volume, siya yung capacity, siya yung nasa loob or kayang bitbitin ni solid figure. Sa surface area, my dear students, pambalot lang kay solid figure. Okay, tatandaan po, laging solid figure si surface area and si volume. Okay, so these are the list of formula po when we are dealing with solid figures. So we have here the surface area and the volume formula for the cube, rectangular prism, triangular prism, the square pyramid, the triangular pyramid, the cylinder, cone, and the sphere. So these images po, my dear students, are borrowed from QMAT. Okay, so in order for us to make use of these formula, let us have an example. So Carla is wrapping a Christmas rectangular gift box. The box measures 20 centimeters long, 15 centimeters wide, and 10 centimeters high. How much wrapping paper does Carla need to completely cover the box? So first, let us have the given. So for the given, we have the length of 20 centimeters. We also have the width of 15 centimeters, and we have the height of 10 centimeters. Okay, so this is a rectangular gift box. At ang rectangular gift box, kung titignan po natin dun sa previous slide, that is rectangular prism. Para siyang box, rectangular prism. And for the rectangular prism, wrapping daw po, wrapping of the rectangular prism, ano po siya? Surface area or volume? So, di ba po, pag nagra-wrap tayo, yun lang naman pong nasa surface. So, we have the surface area. So, SA tayo is equal to 2 multiplied by length times width plus length height plus width height. So, that is equal to 2 multiplied tayo by the length of 20, the width of 15. Plus tayo the length of 20 again, and the height of 10. So plus tayo the width of 15 multiplied by the height of 10. Okay, so that will give us 2 multiplied by, okay, 20 times 15, that is 300, plus 20 times 10, that is 200, plus 15 times 10, that is 150. So if we're going to multiply that, that will give us 2 multiplied by 650, which is actually equal to 1,300 centimeters squared or squared centimeter since we are dealing with surface area. Opo. So kapag surface area po, pakakatandaan na yung answer natin is unit squared. Opo. Pero kapag po volume, we have cubic units. For problem number 2, a school is planning to repaint its water tank, which is in the shape of a cylinder with a hemispherical dome on top. The cylindrical part of the tank has a radius of 3 meters and a height of 6 meters. The dome on the top has the same radius as the cylinder. If 1 liter of paint covers 5 square meters, how many liters of paint are needed to cover the outer surface of the tank, excluding the base? Okay, so first, let us have the illustration. So, if we have a cylindrical daw po, a cylindrical tank, wherein daw po, meron siyang covering na dome, and it is hemispherical. When we say hemisphere, my dear students, this is the half of a sphere. Kaya nga 'di ba, sa globe natin meron tayong northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere divided by the equator. Opo, so ang hemisphere po, my dear students, is a half of a sphere. Ngayon daw po, the cylindrical part of a tank has 3 meters. So, si radius niya, meron tayong 3 meters. And we have the height of 6 meters. So this is 6 meters. Ngayon po, my dear students, sabi, the dome on the top has the same radius. So, si dome po and si cylinder, they share the same radius. Kaya, 3 din siya. So, we have for the cylinder, we have the given of radius that is 3 meters and we have the height of 6 meters. For the dome, or we have the hemisphere na lang, we have the radius of 3 meters. Ito po class yung gagamitin natin. Okay, so since we are dealing with the outer surface, ano po yung gagamitin? Surface area or the volume? That is correct. We need to have or we need to compute for the surface area. Kaya po, in order for us to get for the surface area of a tank, dapat po, compute natin si surface area of the cylinder first plus the surface area of the hemisphere. Dun muna tayo kay surface area of the cylinder. Okay, so we know that the surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi r squared plus the 2 pi r h. However, in this diagram, my dear students, ito po bang circle na ito, kasama natin siya sa i-paint? At maski yung nasa baba, kasama po ba sa ipipaint? So, hindi na po, di ba? Kasi po ito, my dear students, natatakpan na siya ni dome. Kaya instead of this circle, ang ipipaint natin dapat is si hemisphere. Ito na siya, the SA of the hemisphere. So, ibig sabihin po, itong dalawang circle, hindi na siya kasama. So, ibig sabihin po, hindi na natin siya isasama sa ating computation. So, alin na lang yung matitira? Ito na lang po. Yun na lang pong body. So, to shade that, ito na lang po, my dear students, yung i-cover natin. So we have 2 pi multiplied by the radius of the cylinder, which is 3, multiplied by the height of the cylinder, which is 6. So that is 2 times 3, that is 6. 6 times 6, that is 36. We have 36 pi meters squared. That is for the surface area of the cylinder alone. Now, we have also the surface area of the hemisphere. We know that the surface area, ang meron lang tayo, the surface area of a sphere. Alam natin that the surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r squared, correct? However, sabi natin, di ba, a hemisphere is a half of a sphere. Kaya divide natin ito by 2. Makakancel yung 2 and 4, magiging 2 na lang siya. So, the sphere, my dear students, or the surface area of a hemisphere, this is hemisphere, is equal to 2 pi r squared. So, that will give us 2 multiplied by the pi and the radius of the hemisphere, that is 3 squared. So that is 3 times 3, that is 9, times 2, that is 18. 18 pi meters squared. Ngayon sabi natin, di ba, the surface area of a tank is equal to the surface area of the cylinder plus the surface area of the hemisphere. So meaning to say po, so in order for us to get the surface area of a tank, we need to add 36 pi meters squared plus 18 pi meters squared. So that will give us 54 pi meters squared. And we know that the pi is equal approximately to 3.1416 meters squared. So that will give us 169.65 meters squared. So that is the surface area of the tank. However, my dear students, ang tinatanong ba sa atin is the surface area? Ang tinatanong sa atin, how many liters of paint are needed to cover the outside or the outer surface of a tank. So meaning to say, ano yung gagawin natin? Okay, so in order for us to get the liters needed, so need nating i-divide the surface area of the tank doon sa kayang i-cover ni 1 liter. Opo, so sabi natin we have 5 meters squared per liter. So we know that the surface area of a tank is 169.65 meters squared all over tayo by 5 meters squared per liter. So makakancel si meter squared, ang may iwan si liter, 169.65 divided by 5, that will give us 33.93 liters. However, my dear students, sa tindahan, hindi naman po tayo makakapagsabi kay ate or kay ma'am na 0.93 liters lang po yung bibilhin ko. Di ba po? Hindi. Kasi po, per litro, ang pagbili ng paint. So, approximately, that is 34 liters po yung kakailanganin natin. And this, my dear students, is our final answer. Okay, a school is building a new cylindrical water tank to store rainwater for their garden. The tank has a radius of 2 meters and a height of 5 meters. If the tank is to be filled up with water, how much water can the tank hold? Okay, so tank ulit tayo, my dear students. We know that it is cylindrical. So to illustrate, it looks like this. So meron daw siyang radius of 2 meters. So that is 2 meters and the height of 5 meters. So we have 5 meters. So ano po yung pinapahanap sa atin dito? Is it the volume or the surface area? So this time we're going to find for the volume kasi filled up, di ba? Sabi natin kapag the capacity na yung tinatanong, we are looking for the volume. But first, let us have the given. So for the given, we have the radius of 2 meters and we have the height of 5 meters. Okay, so we have the volume is equal to pi r squared h. So we have pi multiplied by the radius of 2 raised to 2 multiplied by the 5. So that is equal to the pi multiplied by 4 multiplied by 5. That is equal to 20 pi meters or cubic meters. However, we know that pi is approximately equal to 3.1416 cubic meters. So that will give us, so this will give us 62,832 cubic meters. So, ito class, this is already acceptable since tank naman yung pinag-uusapan natin. However, if we want to transform this into liters, we know that 1 cubic meter is equal to 1,000 liters, correct? So, ibig sabihin po, pwede naman natin siyang i-divide by 1,000. So, 62,832 cubic meters equal din naman siya by 62.832 liters. Pwede din naman siya. Opo, my dear students. So, pwedeng ito yung answer natin. Pwede ding ito. Okay, for problem number 4, a miniature model of a house is made of a rectangular prism 10 centimeters long, 6 centimeters wide, 8 centimeters tall, and a triangular prism roof base with 6 centimeters height of 4 centimeters and length of 10 centimeters. What is the total volume of the house model? Okay, so again, let us have an illustration. I have here a triangular roof according to triangular prism roof. So triangular prism, my dear students, it looks like Toblerone. Opo, ngayon meron daw siyang body na rectangular prism. So, for example, we have that rectangular prism. So, meron tayong rectangular prism. So, alam natin na volume ang pinapahanap sa atin, volume of the house. So, in order for us to get for the volume of the house, we need to add the volume of the rectangular prism plus the volume of the triangular prism. So, first, dun tayo kay rectangular prism. So, under the rectangular prism, we know that the given are 10, the length is 10 centimeters, the width is 6 centimeters, and we have the height of 8 centimeters. So for the volume of rectangular prism, so we know that that is length times width times the height, correct? So that is the length po of 10 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 8. So that is 60 times 8, that is 480 meters or cubic meters. So for the triangular prism, we know that the given are the base of 6 centimeters, the height of 4 centimeters, and we also have the length of 10 centimeters. Okay, so for the volume of a triangular prism, according to the list of our formula a while ago, that is 1/2 base times height times the length. So we have 1/2 times the base of 6 multiplied by the height of 4 multiplied by the length of 10. So that will give us 1/2 multiplied by 6 times 4, that is 24, times 10, that is 240. Okay, so 240 tayo divided by 2, that is 120 cubic centimeter. Sabi natin, di ba, for the volume of the house or the miniature house, we have the volume of the rectangular prism, which is 480 cubic centimeter, plus natin with the volume of a triangular prism, which is 120 cubic centimeter. So that will give us 600 cubic centimeter. And that, my dear students, is our final answer. For our problem number 5, a company delivers cakes in a cube-shaped box with a side length of 40 centimeter. Inside the cake is in the shape of cylinder with a radius of 15 centimeters and a height of 20 centimeters. How much unused space remains inside the box after placing the cake? Okay, so a cylindrical cake. So for example, that is a bento cake. So si unused, so ibig sabihin po, ito po yung pinapahanap sa atin. Okay, so ano kaya, my dear students, yung gagawin natin? Since we have the cubic shape na box and we have the cylinder. So yung gagawin natin, my dear students, is first, ano po yung gagawin natin? Is it the surface area or the volume? So since the space inside, we are talking about volume here. Okay, kaya ang gagamitin natin is si volume. So volume unused will be equal to the volume of the cube. So this time, ano po yung gagawin natin? I-add po ba natin by the cylinder or ima-minus with the cylinder? Ima-minus natin kasi po para makuha natin yung natira minus o po. So minus natin with the cylinder. So volume of the cylinder. So for the cube, so we have the given of 40 centimeters. However, the volume of a cube, we know that that is S cube. So that is 40 raised to 3. So that is 64,000 cubic centimeters. Okay, so meron na tayong volume of the cube. Magkaroon or compute naman natin yung volume of a cylinder. So for the cylinder, we have the given of the radius, which is 15 centimeters, and we have the height of 20 centimeters. So for the volume, of the cylinder, we know that that is pi r squared h. So that is equal to pi multiplied by 15 squared multiplied by 20. So that is pi multiplied by 225 multiplied by 20. So that is equal to 4,500 pi cubic centimeter. But we know that pi has an approximate value of 3.1416 cubic centimeters. So multiplying that, we have an approximation of 14,137.17 cubic centimeter. So, sabi natin, di ba, if we are after with the unused, okay, so i-minus natin. So, we have here the volume or unused volume is equal to 64,000 cubic centimeter minus the 14,137.17 cubic centimeter. That is equal to approximately equal to 49,862.83 cubic centimeter. And that, my dear students, is our final answer. Okay, for problem number 6, a bakery is preparing a money cake for a debut celebration. The cake is baked in a shape of cylinder with a radius of 31 centimeters and a height of 12 centimeters. To insert rolled money wrapped in plastic, the baker carves out a cavity shape as rectangular prism from the top of the cake. The cavity has the dimensions of 25 centimeters long, 8 centimeters wide, and 10 centimeters deep. The money is placed inside the cavity, but the baker will only frost the outside of the cake, the carved side, and the top surface except the rectangular opening. Okay, the baker needs to know how much cake volume remains after cutting out the cavity and how much outer surface area will be covered with frosting. So we have here the cake. It is in terms of cylinder. And sabi dito, si baker daw po is gumawa ng cavity na rectangular siya. Okay, so ito, my dear students, dalawa yung hinahanap natin dito is how much cake volume remains. So volume tayo and how much outer surface area will be covered. Okay, so dun muna tayo for the volume. So volume of cake, my dear students, alam natin that that will give us the volume of the cylinder minus the volume of the rectangular prism. So, kay cylinder muna tayo. Si cylinder, under kay volume of the cylinder, we know that we have the given of, ano yung mga given natin? We have the radius of 31 centimeters and we have the height of 12 centimeters. Equal siya sa pi r squared h is equal to pi multiplied by 31 squared multiplied by the h. So that will give us pi 31 squared 961 multiplied by the height of 12. So that will give us 11,532 pi cubic centimeter. So we have here 11,532 multiplied by 3.1416 cubic centimeter. So that is equal to 36,228.85 cubic centimeter. Ngayon po, we have also the volume of a rectangular prism. RP na lang natin. We know that that is length times the width times the height. So, for the given, di ba po alam natin that the length of the rectangular prism is 25 centimeters long. For the width, we have 8 centimeters. And for the height, we have 10 centimeters. So that will give us, so 25 multiplied by 8 multiplied by 10. So 25 times 8, that is 200 multiplied by 10, that will give us 2,000 cubic centimeter. That is the volume of the rectangular prism. Ngayon po, in order for us to get for the volume of the cake, kailangan po nating i-minus yun. Okay, so for the volume of the cake, so we have 36,228.85 0.85 cubic centimeter minus the 2,000 cubic centimeter, that will give us 34,228.85 cubic centimeter. And this, my dear students, is our final answer for the first question lang. So for the surface area naman natin, kailangan nating i-identify kung alin lang. Nakalagay 'di ba dito that how much outer surface area will be covered with a frosting. Sabi dito, the money cake is placed inside a cavity but the baker will only frost the outside of the cake, the curved side. Ibig sabihin ito pong side na ito. And the top surface. Top surface except dito. So ibig sabihin po if we're going to visualize it, let's shade. Ito lang po, my dear students, yung mga ipa-frost ni Baker. Okay, so yan lang. Except, my dear students, dito. Doon daw po sa cavity. So surface area tayo na cylinder. Sabi natin, we have 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. Diba po? Now, I want you to be reminded, my dear students, that 2 pi r squared, kaya siya naging 2 pi r squared kasi po dalawang area siya ng circle. The first circle is yung nasa ilalim, so that is pi r squared, plus the other circle po na nasa top, that is pi r squared again. So that is 2 pi r squared pag pinag-combine natin. Pero this time, my dear students, alam natin, di ba, yung nasa baba, hindi na siya kasama, kaya cancel natin yung isang circle na lang. Opo. So, ibig sabihin po, my dear students, instead of having as a 2 pi r squared, yung formula natin for our cylinder is pi r squared plus the 2 pi r h. Opo. Okay, so ito class, the top lang kasi yung kailangan i-frost. Yung nasa ilalim, hindi na kailangan i-frost. So that will give us pi, the value of a the value of our radius po, nakalagay dito, that is 31. So we have 31 squared plus 2 pi 31 multiplied by the 12. So that will give us pi 961 plus 31 times 12 times 2. That is equal to 744 pi cubic centimeter. So that is 961 pi plus 744 pi cubic centimeter. That will give us 1,705 pi cubic centimeter. Since si pi po, di ba my dear students, equal siya by 3.1416. So, kailangan natin siyang i-multiply by the pi. So that will give us an approximation of 5,356.42 cubic centimeter. Ayun po, my dear students, anong mapapansin? Ito pong cavity, di ba, kailangan i-minus natin siya. Kasi po, hindi siya ifo-frost, di ba po? Dito sa circle nating ito, kasama siya sa ifo-frost. So, ibig sabihin, ima-minus natin. So, question, surface area po ba na rectangular prism yung gagamitin natin? Hindi po, rectangle lang, di ba po? Kasi yung nasa ilalim, hindi naman talaga siya covered no surface area. Yung nasa ibabaw lang. At ang nasa ibabaw ng circle is actually a rectangle, correct? So we have the area of a rectangle, that is length times the width. So under po, dun sa inano natin, the length is 25, multiplied natin by the 8, which will give us 200. So that will give us, so for the surface area of the frosting, so that will give us the surface area of a cylinder, which is 5,356.42 centimeters squared. This should be squared. Opo, my dear students. Let me correct myself. This should be squared. Opo, volume po tayo. Dun lang po tayo magkakaroon ng cube. So, squared to. So, ito din po, my dear students, centimeters squared minus the 200 centimeters squared tayo. So, that will give us the 5,156.42 centimeters squared. Yun po, my dear students, yung ifo-frost natin. Okay, for our last problem. A farmer uses a metal bucket shaped like a frostrum of a cone to fetch water from a well. So, nakalagay dito that the bucket is wider at the top than at the bottom. Its top opening has a radius of 20 centimeters, while the bottom has a radius of 12 centimeters. The vertical height of the bucket is 30 centimeters. To find out how much water the bucket can hold, the farmer models it as a large cone with its tip cut off, leaving the frostrum shape. After filling the bucket completely, the farmer pours out 3 liters of water while watering his plant. How many liters of water remain in the bucket? Gusto niyang malaman, ang bucket po 'di ba para siyang timba na kung saan mas malaki yung nasa unahang bunganga kaysa doon sa baba. Opo, that is a frostrum. Ngayon, imo-model siya ni farmer as the big cone daw po. The big cone. Okay. Ngayon daw po, with the tip cut off, opo, so ika-cut off natin yung tip. At pag kinut off natin yan, anong mapapansin, my dear students? Para siyang big cone. Opo, may dalawa na tayong cones. We have the big cone and we have the small cone. Kaya para maka-arrive tayo dito sa frostrum na ito, pwede natin siyang illustrate that the big cone, okay, minus tayo the small cone, will actually give us the frostrum. Okay, so ang gagawin natin dyan is we know that this is the big R. The big R, alam natin, or the radius of the big cone, that is 20. The radius of the small cone, so R natin, is equal to 12. And magmula dito hanggang dito, alam natin that that is 30 centimeters, centimeters, centimeters. So my dear students, ano yung kulang natin? So, di ba po, alam natin that the volume has a formula of 1/3 pi r squared h. So, meron na tayong radius. Meron tayong radius. Wala tayong height. Kasi itong height na ito, height siya ni frostrum. Height siya nito, frostrum. Eh, ang kailangan natin, my dear students, is actually itong buo. Opo, yun yung height ni cone. Ganon din dito yung height niya. So, wala pa siya, di ba? At pag walang value, ano yung ginagawa natin? We represented it with the, very good, with the x. So, ito, x pa rin naman siya, pero meron tayo dito, di bang 30, kaya plus 30 tayo. Correct? So, x, ito, ngayon, itong part nito, magmula dito hanggang doon. So, pag x tayo plus the 30, it will give us the height of the big cone. Okay, so pwede na, di ba? So, pero ang kakailangan natin is to find first for the value of x. So, using the idea of ratio and proportion, so i-ratio natin si ratio of the big R or the radius of the R is properly proportionate to its height. Ganon din si small r with its height. So we have here the r of 20 over the height of x plus 30 dito sa cone na ito. Sa small cone naman, we have the 12 with the height of the x. So pag ganyan, my dear students, cross multiply tayo. Opo. So multiply natin ito, multiply natin ito. So we will have 20x is equal to 12 multiplied by x times 30 or plus 30. So we have 20x is equal to 12x plus 30 times 12, that is 360. So that will give us 20x minus the 12x is equal to 360. So this will give us 8x is equal to 360. Okay, divide both sides natin by the 8. Rx is equal to 45 centimeters. For the small cone, that is equal to 45 centimeters. And for the big cone, 45 plus 30, that will give us 75 centimeters. So meron na, kompleto na. Meron na tayong radius and the height of the big cone, radius and the height of the small cone. Okay, so ang gagawin natin dito is just to input all of the available given and also the computed height for each cone para po makompute na natin si frostrum. So we have first the volume of the big cone. So that is 1/3. So pi r squared h. So that will give us 1/3 pi. The radius of the big cone, that is 20 squared. And the height of the big cone, that is 75 centimeters. So that will give us 1/3 pi multiplied by 20 squared, that is 400, multiplied by 75. So 400 times 75, that is 1/3 pi times the 30,000. Okay, so ito, makakancel natin ito kasi divide lang naman ito, magigitong 10,000. So that will give us 10,000 pi cubic centimeters. So that is for the big cone. Pero di ba sabi natin, the pi is actually equal to 3.1416, correct? So cubic centimeter, so that is 31,415.93 cubic centimeter approximately. That is for the big cone alone. Okay, so dun tayo kay small cone. So for the small cone, so the volume of a small cone is again equal to 1/3 pi r squared h. So that will give us 1/3. The pi, the small r po is equal to 12, di ba po? 12 squared multiplied by 45. So that will give us 1/3 pi, 144 multiplied by 45. So that will give us 2,160 pi cubic centimeter. That is equal to 6,785.84 cubic centimeters. So the volume now of the frost room must be equal to 31,415.93 cubic centimeter minus the 6,785.84 cubic centimeter. So that is equal to 24,630.09 cubic centimeter. However, hindi po siya yung tanong, my dear students. Ang tanong po dito, after filling the bucket completely, the farmer pours out 3 liters of water. When we say kasi 24,630.09 cubic centimeter, ibig sabihin po, my dear students, if we're going to illustrate it, ibig sabihin po, dito siya, magmula dun sa pinaka-rim hanggang dun sa pinakababa, punong-puno siya. Eh di ba po kapag po nagbubuhos tayo ng tanim, kapag ganun, maraming masasayang na tubig kasi matatapon papunta doon sa tanim. Opo, so kaya ang ginawa ni farmer is to pour out 3 liters of water. But we know that um, 1 cubic centimeter is equal to 1,000 liters, correct? So, ibig sabihin po, pwede natin itong i-turn into liters. So, divide natin ito by 1,000 liters per cubic centimeter. So, ibig sabihin po, makakancel itong dalawa. So, ano na lang matitira? Si liters na lang. So, that is equal approximately to 24.63009 liters. Ngayon po, yung tinatanong sa atin dito is how many liters remain? Okay, so i-minus natin yan by the 3 liters. So, ilan na lang po ang magiging answer natin? That, my dear students, is equal to 21.63009 liters approximately. And this, my dear students, is our final answer. So that's it for today, my dear students. If you still have questions, please don't hesitate to comment down below. If you find this video helpful, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye po!